Happy Sagadawa to everybody. Chef Rangbar here to bring you a recipe. I'm not a chef, but anyway, sometimes we're all chefs, right? So, the reason I'm doing this video is, number one, just to have some fun, and number two, this is Sagadawa. So, in the best case scenario, you would give up meat your entire life for so many reasons I'm not going to go into. But if you cannot, then at least 1 month a year you should do that. On Sagadawa, it's a multiplying month, and it brings mindfulness and health, and also, most importantly, the aspect is that, you know, for that month you're mindful about your imprint and culpability and what's happening, and also your respect for life. And so protecting life, reducing cruelty, and also being mindful of what is in your food is not a bad thing to do. It's not to be neurotic about it or anything like that. It's just an offering, and every year, if I lapse into any kind of meat eating in the year, I always do try to do 1 month at least, if not more, not eating any meat for Sagadawa. So, but then again, you need some kind of food that feels like, you know, you're getting something solid and important. So for that we have a recipe that I make, which is sun-dried tomatoes and olive oil with different Italian herbs and spices. And these are the things you're going to need. First of all, you need a knife, and then you need sun-dried tomatoes like these. You can get them anywhere, I'm sure. You need cheese. This is a Gouda, smoked Gouda. The best is these small little dry goat cheeses. They're really expensive, and you need quite a few of them, but they're really good, but I don't have it. So we have this cheese. Okay. You need a couple of fresh lemons. You need a weapon for the lemons. One weapon to crush the lemons. So there are a couple more ingredients that you have to know about. Is black pepper, and of course the garlic. Some sea salt, some Italian seasonings, oregano, extra virgin olive oil, and a jar. So here's the first stage of what we do. So if you want to get ready now for this, then we'll do together. So this is our Sagadawa woodpecker come to visit and watch this process, but he's distracted by his vegetarian meal. So what I did is I cut these into fine strips. The size depends. Some people like it long, some people like it short, but there should be a combination of both. And then I added already juice of 1 lemon. And 1 lemon was enough, but not quite enough, so we'll just add a little bit of juice. So you take a press like this, and you do this. Okay. Then take I think you call this a
grater.
A grater, and make sure that some of the garlic is grated into it. Actually, mostly you want big pieces of garlic, but you need some to give the flavor into the oil kind of right away. And then the rest, you take a few cloves of garlic, maybe, I can't really say, maybe that many pieces, and you can cut off the ends. And some you can leave in whole, just leave the whole thing in. You know, it's not bad to leave some of the whole pieces in there. Some people like them, they just like to have the whole piece. If you're not a garlic fan, you don't need to put garlic. But from my point of view, this adds a kind of fake meat, I don't know, some heaviness. Some Buddhists don't like to eat garlic at all. Don't put it in. And then you can cut it into some chunks, kind of hefty chunks, right? Not so small. Give it a mix. The next ingredient is the cheese. And for this, it's good to start with a cold cheese, like right out of the refrigerator. And give yourself some small pieces. And the reason you want them small is because it's easier to dish out in little pieces, you know, rather than having big pieces of cheese in there, gumming up the works. Again, the amount of cheese depends on your taste. I use the smoked Gouda because the smokiness, again, gives a kind of solidity to the feeling of it. And the pepper needs quite a bit of pepper, in my opinion. I don't measure things. I don't believe in measurement for food much. Measurement is, your mind is measurement. Your hand is a measurement of salt. 2 hefty pinches. And Italian spices, lots and lots. And some oregano, extra oregano. And then again mixing it. So now we've done this, and we let it sit a while. 15 minutes or something, just to let the lemon juice soak into it. And then you can stir it one more time, make sure that the ingredients are uniform, and get them into the jar. You'll want to make a fair amount of this at once because it stays in the refrigerator for a long time, it keeps very well. And it's really handy to have. You can have it just with bread, or you can... Perfect, okay. So, now that's what I call, in the Buddhist way, measurement of mind, you see? No planning, but it came out perfectly. Now, you have to use the olive oil and just fill it up with olive oil. It just fills up all the cracks. All those air bubbles are dissatisfaction leaving our body, and all the oil is filling us up with satisfaction. Consider it an empowerment. Consider that we're getting empowerment from rich food. To the brim. And there you have it. And you can let it sit just for a while, like this, and then put it in the fridge after, a day almost. Wait right here. And And if you can zoom in on this, this is one from the last batch. Unfortunately, this is all we have left that you and I are going to have to share. And as you can see, it has the cheese and the garlic and whatnot. When I say we're going to share this, it's vicariously. So for you it's vicariously. For me it's really good. You can put it on bread and you can feel so satisfied that you actually ate something solid and substantial. And there's bliss. Now, I don't want to confuse the source of my bliss to be this thing here. The bliss is arising inside, but this really helped. Okay, bye bye. See you satisfied oil drinkers later.